So Deadpool 2 comes out May 18th, and it's one that, again, when they moved this forward, I really thought they were just trying to, take the piss out of Solo. I thought they were just making a big kind of power play, before they officially become part of the Disney family in about a year and a half. And it turns out that they might have actually done this for solid reasons. Now, as I just talked about with the Solo box office predictions, what we're seeing with Deadpool 2 now is that it's looking to actually pull in less than originally intended here. So according to Screen Rant, they say that per Box Office Pro, the long-range tracking for Deadpool 2 suggests it will earn an even 100 million in its first 3 days. In comparison, the first film grossed then a record-breaking 132 million in its debut, 152 million for the 4-day President's Day holiday. Based on the estimates, Deadpool 2 could end its domestic run with a total of 242 million, a figure that is considerably less than the 363 million Deadpool pulled in. While that discrepancy is eye-catching, it isn't anything to worry about. Which is basically true depending on how the movie does overseas. Anything could happen, right? Let's be fair, anything can happen. Solo, estimating to pull in 150 million over the course of a 4-day Memorial Day weekend, and then Deadpool looking to pull in 100 million over the course of his first 3 days, probably including the Thursday night preview screenings. I feel like anything could happen here, but as you can tell, there's a lot of congestion. Right, there's a lot of congestion, and I've previously mentioned that movies outside of the traditional summer movie season can do well if marketed well and released at the right time. Beauty and the Beast, Deadpool, the first one was a February release. Even the year before Deadpool was Kingsman: Secret Service. That did quite well worldwide, and that came out in February. Black Panther, $1 billion in February. February is a pretty hot month unless you're Jupiter ascending. But then coming into summer, these last couple summer seasons have been pretty bad in terms of returns. Only a couple movies tend to make all the money. With Avengers Infinity War coming out, that is going to suck up all of the air around it. With the week leading in and the few weeks leading out, I'd go as far as to argue that Avengers Infinity War is going to basically suck the air out of the room for an entire month. It's going to just eviscerate anything that comes in its path from the 3 weeks it comes out. And in fact, it could have at least a pretty decent hit on Deadpool. And one of the reasons why it might be looking to not make as much money in its first 3 days as the first movie did, when the movie at this point now is being hyped up and hyped up and hyped up as much as it is. So it's one of the things to look at here about, again, whether or not this thing does actually well, I have no idea. I do, like, if I'm being honest here, as much as I'm a Star Wars fan, I want Deadpool 2 to beat out Solo. I do. I want it to win. Because I feel like that property has got longer legs than standalone spin-off Star Wars movies does. I feel Star Wars works better in terms of an arc, of a series, of a trilogy, versus the standalone superhero movie, which is what we were used to seeing, I should say. Once this deal goes through with Disney and they officially acquire Fox, the standalone movie is going to basically be dead. It's going to basically be dead. It's all going to go into franchises, so on and so forth. So we should enjoy these while we can, I should say. But at the same time, I hope it does well. I do. I really want there to be a big win for it. Even though there's been some rumored production troubles as well as the reshoots issues and everything else. So hopefully we'll figure out more of that soon, and it will do pretty good. I think it will. I think it will. At least I hope it will.